What is it? The bridge, and it manages to mix art and gameplay in a way that I didn't think possible. A very, very pretty 2D puzzle platformer, I'm going to call it, the bridge, as it's going to take some of your brain power to actually work out what the hell you have to do. You play as an unnamed protagonist who wakes up under a tree, goes to his house, and then decides to solve some puzzles using the power of MC Etcher and all of his technical drawing skills, which, by the way, the aesthetic delivers wonderfully. It's basically the sort of puzzle game where you get from one end of the level to the other end of the level, trying to traverse to the doors using all 360 degrees of movement. So you get to spin the screen and the platform that you're stood on so that the floor becomes the ceiling, and etc, etc. It's all physics based, and some of the puzzles are quite clever, and they definitely ramp up the difficulty as you carry on. There is a little bit of peril included, and eventually your dude will perish. There's a special mechanism that they put in place for this, and it's like a rewind button. It's almost like a try again. So you don't ever actually die, you always get the opportunity to have another go and work out a different way at attempting a puzzle. Each area is its own artwork in itself. I mean, they are masterpieces, they look beautiful, it looks great. So it's all MC Etcher inspired, so there's lots of twists and turns, and the puzzles themselves, they take multi-layered. As different things come into what would be the normal view, they become the four-fronted part of the screen, and they no longer act as walls, they act as floors, and yeah, it's really, really clever. When attempting to play through the game, you'll notice that there are some great things like the great art style and the fantastic animations, but there's also no voice acting at all. Not that there's much of a story to go by, but it's all delivered in text, which is a little bit you don't really care. I mean, I got halfway through and I was just like, I don't give a shit. I started skipping everything he was saying. I just wanted to get on with the puzzles, because the puzzles are the main feature of this game, and to great effect. As I say, there's no voice acting whatsoever, and the story is a bit meh. On top of that, the music, oh my god. Oh my god. Just a continuous loop that drives you a little bit mental. But that said, it never really lets up in the increasing difficulty level of the puzzles. I mean, it sort of pushes you in nice and gentle, as most of these sort of games do, and then it really ramps it up to the point where you're like, oh my god, what the hell have I got to do? And that's good, because there's not a lot to the game. It's very linear. You have 3 stages to go at, and each of those 3 stages have their own 5 levels to complete. As you complete, you get further through the story, and you find out more about your protagonist, who is just a nameless man who's animated wonderfully. I was impressed. I'm not going to say it's for everybody, because it's not exciting. You know, there's no explosions, there's no bangs and whistles, but it is a head tickler. And if you've ever thought, why does my game not look a little bit more like that scene in Labyrinth at the end where David Bowie's walking around on the ceiling pursuing the girl? Well, here you go, the bridge has you covered. Very charming, if not for everybody. The bridge is available right now in the PlayStation Store for free as of this month, but it won't be for long, so off you go, doodle pop.